painting you in light. Every fleeting glance we share feels endless in the night. Your laughter drifts like petals floating through the air, a love that whispers tenderly, gentle beyond compare. Walking down the quiet streets where shadows lightly play, I feel your hand brush mine again, though years have gone away. Your voice, a secret melody, hums beneath my skin, a vintage love remembered, soft and warm within. Evening hues, your hand in mine, every heartbeat echoes sweet and fine, whispers of a love that lingers near, soft and warm, forever here. Letters folded in my hand, ink faded by the years. Every word still calls to me, every joy and tear. Moonlight spills across the floor, tracing where we lay, a vintage love remembered, softly night and day. Evening hues, your hand in mine, every heartbeat echoes sweet and fine, whispers of a love that lingers near, soft and warm, forever here. Time we flow like rivers wide, yet your voice remains. Every whispered memory drips softly through my veins. I hear your sigh in evening winds, calling out my name, a love eternal, tender, soft, forever still the same. Even in the morning light, when shadows start to bend, I feel your warmth beside me, a love that does not end. Every glance, a gentle spark, every sigh a flame, a vintage love eternal, softly whispering your name. Evening hues, your hand in mine, every heartbeat echoes sweet and fine, whispers of a love that lingers near, soft and warm. Evening hues fall softly, your whispers fill my soul, a vintage love remembered, gentle, warm and whole. In every tender memory, in every quiet sound, our hearts still speak in whispers, wrapped forever round. haze of afternoon, your shadow brushes mine. Every quiet glance we steal feels like borrowed time. Your laughter floats like sunlight soft upon my face. A love that whispers gently, full of warmth and grace. Through the garden where we walked, the flowers knew our names. Every secret hand we held ignites these tender flames. Your voice, a velvet whisper, hums beneath the air. A vintage love remembered, soft beyond compare. Golden haze, your hand in mine. Every heartbeat echoes, sweet and fine. Whispers of a love that lingers near, soft and warm, forever here. Letters folded in my hand, inked with gentle care. Every word still reaches me like you're standing there. Moonlight spills across the floor, tracing where we lay. A vintage love remembered, never fades away. Golden haze, your hand in mine. Every heartbeat echoes, sweet and fine. Whispers of a love that lingers near, soft and warm, forever here. Time they flow and seasons change, yet you remain with me. Every whispered memory drifts softly like the sea. I hear your voice in evening winds calling out my name. A love that stays eternal, tender and the same. Even in the morning light, when shadows start to bend, I feel your warmth beside me, love that doesn't end. Every glance a gentle spark, every sigh a flame. A vintage love eternal, soft, tender and untamed. Golden haze, your hand in mine. Every heartbeat echoes, sweet and fine. Whispers of a love that lingers near, soft and warm, forever here. Golden haze of afternoon, your whispers fill my soul. A vintage love remembered, soft, warm and whole. In every tender memory, in every quiet sound, our hearts still speak in whispers, gently wrapped around.
I was already missing you. before I knew what the day was. You used to leave your cup by the sink, like you meant to come back. Your shoes stayed close to the door, and I never moved them. I learned how to walk around your absence softly. Some nights I'd hear your voice in the quiet between breaths. She would laugh the way you laughed, and I'd turn my head too fast, like love was still allowed to answer me. I loved you more than I said, more than I ever could say. I chose you in the waiting and the staying, in every word I didn't speak. I kept your name out of my mouth, so it wouldn't wear thin. But I carried it everywhere, like something fragile, like something holy I couldn't put down. I loved you longer than the nights, longer than the strength I had. I held you when my heart was weakest, so you wouldn't fall, so you wouldn't fall. There were days I almost reached for you, but love had taught me patience, and patience taught me pain. So I waited, and I stayed the same. It cost me sleep, and it bent my voice in half. I loved you when the truth got heady, and my chest couldn't hold it. I loved you past the point of reason, you were a weight I was proud to carry. And if time ever asks me what stayed, I will say your name quietly.
The night leans in again, like it used to do. I hear the quiet breathing of me and you. I learned your face by lamplight before I learned your name. You spoke in half sentences, but still meant everything. You never said forever, you never had to try. Love was just the way you stayed when hours passed us by. And I loved you more than softly, more than I could show. Some feelings ask the heart to rise when they grow too slow. If my voice begins to tremble, it's only telling truth. I held you longer than time ever knew. She once told me love was patience. I didn't understand, but I saw it in your waiting, in the warmth of your hand. You carried all your promises without saying a word. I didn't know how deeply I believed until I heard the word. And I love you past the quarrel, past the easy days. Some hearts lift when love gets heavy, when it needs a voice to say. If my breath won't hold the memory the way it used to do, it's because I loved you fully, through and through. I don't ask the night for answers, I don't call your name, but sometimes love grows louder when it stays the same. And I loved you with my whole heart when it finally learned to speak. Some love is gentle for so long and turns deep. If my voice is strong, remembering it's only what is true, I held you longer than time ever knew. The night leaves back again, still warm, still kind. I don't hold you in my arms, I hold you in time. You smiled before you spoke, like you already knew. I felt my heart slow down, trying to keep up with you. The room was small and quiet, the air knew what to do. Some moments don't arrive, they grow. I knew by the was near. Some hearts don't need a reason, they just hear. You stirred your cup and waited, let the moment stay. I watched the afternoon learn how to fade. You never reached for my hand, but it felt close, like it had found its place on its own. I knew by the way you smiled, nothing would rush. Some love doesn't hurry, it trusts. If memory feels gentle now, that's because it stayed. Love never raised its voice, it learned another way. I knew by the way you smiled, and I still do. Some love never leaves, it just waits for you. Still smiling, so am I. I still wake before the morning, like I used to when you'd call. The house remembers every step, every shadow on the wall. I talk low like you're sleeping, like love might hear me breathe. Funny how I kept on living with everything you gave to me. I wore your name in simple ways, never said it out loud. Folded into quiet moments, never needing a crowd. I learned patience from your silence, learned faith from how you stayed. You never promised me forever, but you never walked away. And I loved you more than I said, more than I ever could show. Some things grow too heavy for words, so I held them low. If loving you was all I did right, then I did it all the way through. I left the light on every night, in case love brought you home to me. In case love brought you home. Time moved on like it always does, soft but never kind. I carried you through ordinary days like a second mind. There were nights I almost called you just to hear you say my name. But some loves don't need reminding, they don't change. And I loved you more than I said, more than my voice could hold. Some loving you was the only thing I knew. I don't ask for you anymore. I don't wait like I used to do. I just smile when the road feels warm, like love still remembers you. I remember you slowly, like the room after rain, the way the evening stayed with us before we gave it a name. You spoke in half sentences, I listened anyway. Some feelings don't finish, they just stay. I remember you softly, not loud, not long, like the last light holding to a song. Your sleeve brushed my shoulder, I didn't move at all. The clock forgot its manners and let the minutes fall. I never asked you for more than what you gave. You looked at me like time could behave. I remember you softly in small details, the way your smile waited before it sailed. If memory sounds gentle, it's because it is. Love learned how to whisper and never quit. I remember you slowly, every part still true. Some love doesn't fade, it just remembers you. I still like you. Against the doorway, like you didn't want to rush. I felt my heart grow heavier, but my voice stayed soft. You asked me how I'd been, I said I was alright. Some feelings learn to stand still through the night. didn't say. I watched the way you listened and let the moment stay. You never tried to save me, you never asked me to. You just stood beside my silence like you knew. I stayed right there, soft but sure. Some hearts don't break loudly, they endure. If my eyes ever told you more than my miles, it was love learning patience, taking the long way out. I stayed right there, and I still do. Some love keeps its power by staying true. I stay right there. I wasn't planning on remembering the way you said my name, but it stayed a little longer, and nothing felt the same. My hand stayed folded in my coat, the night stayed kind. Some feelings don't rush the moment, they take their time. It stayed with me, soft and true. First love feels gentle, but it moves you. We walked without deciding where the road would end. I listened to the quiet like it was a friend. I didn't try to be braver, I didn't try to see. Some love finds its strength by letting be. It stayed with me, warm and slow. Some hearts don't speak loudly, but they know. If my voice sounds steadier, it's not surprise, it's love learning balance as it rises. It stayed with me from the start. First love stays innocent, but it wars the heart. It stayed with you.
It started just like that. You laughed before the joke finished, like you already trusted it. I straightened my tie for no reason, then forgot why I did. Your eyes moved first before your feet, as if the room was friendly. She made the day feel smaller, easy enough to carry. It started just like that, no warning at all. Happiness didn't ask for space, it leaned against the wall. We shared a cup without deciding whose it was to keep. You tapped the table twice in rhythm, then smiled at me. She said my name like it was simple, nothing added, nothing taken. I remember thinking, this must be how good things begin. It started just like that, and stayed for a while. Love didn't hurry, didn't hide, it wore a quiet smile. Some joys don't echo, they pass close and wave. If you blink, you miss them, but they still count. It started just like that, and I let it. I loved you the easy way, and that was enough. If I ever smile for no reason, this is probably why.
Love learned to bend before it broke. We said less than we almost spoke. You sat with me like time was thin, but still let the moment in. Love learned to bend in how you stayed, even when words got in the way. You looked at me like you still knew what the quiet used to do. Love learned to bend, not disappear. It stayed soft even through the years. No loud goodbye, no final end. Love learned to bend. Love learned to bend when hands were tired, still reaching out, but never wired. You didn't pull, you didn't fight, You held the feeling just enough. Love learned to bend when eyes looked bad at all the time we couldn't get. Nothing fixed, nothing new, just staying true. Love learned to mend you and me at the edge of what we used to be. Nothing fast, nothing planned, just love holding on by hand. And when my heart still tried to rise, it did it slow, with careful sighs, not breaking calm, not asking why, just proving love was still alive. Love learns to bend, even now it hasn't learned. It knows me how to stay warm, to stay near, even cracked, it's still here. Love didn't break, it bent and stayed. Love moved slowly the night we met. Nothing hurried, nothing said. You sat with me like time could stay, as long as we let it that way. Love moved slowly when you spoke. Every word felt carefully broke into pieces, small and true, that only made sense coming from you. Love moved slowly, soft and sure. That's how it learned how to endure. No fast hearts, no need to prove. Love moves slowly, and it moved. Love moved slowly when hands were near, close enough to feel sincere. You didn't pull, you didn't try, you let the moment pass us by. Love moves slowly when eyes would meet, holding seconds, letting them be. Nothing has to rush ahead. Love knew where it was led. Love moves slowly, you and me, at the pace of honesty. Nothing loud, nothing new. Love moves slowly and stay true. And when my heart began to rise, did it quiet, it did it kind, not breaking calm, not asking what, just love taking its time. Love moves slowly, even now. It hasn't changed, it knows me how to stay warm, to stay near. Every time I hold you here, love moves slowly, and it stays. Moonlight spills across the floor. I hear your laughter soft once more. Every glance a quiet fire, a love remembered, never tired. Moonlight serenade, I call your name. Softly spoken, still the same. Though years have passed, my heart holds true. Every whisper leads me to you. Walking slowly through the park, the night surrounds us, calm and dark. Every touch a tender flame, your gentle love still calls my name. Moonlight serenade, I call your name. Softly spoken, still the same. Though years have passed, my heart holds true. Every whisper leads me to you. Even in silence, I feel your hand. A quiet love I'll always understand. Soft as shadows, warm and near. Every heartbeat draws you here. Moonlight serenade, I call your name. Softly spoken, still the same. Though years have passed, my heart holds true. Every whisper leads me to you. Now the night wraps us in its gold, a gentle love that moves so slow. Every whisper, every sigh keeps our hearts entwined tonight. Quiet candlelight across the room, I feel your presence in the gentle gloom. Every glance a tender spark, a love remembered lighting the dark. Quiet candlelight, I hear your voice softly calling my heart's choice. Though years have passed, my love remains. Every whisper brings me to you again. Walking slowly down the lane, your memory eases every pain. Every touch a gentle flame, a love eternal, still the same. Quiet candlelight, I hear your voice softly calling my heart's choice. Though years have passed, my love remains. Every whisper brings me to you again. Even the stars hum your name, a tender echo, soft and tame. Every whisper calm and true, every heartbeat leads to you. Quiet candlelight, I hear your voice softly calling my heart's choice. Though years have passed, my love remains. Every whisper brings me to you again. Now the night folds us in its glow, a love eternal, soft and slow. Every whisper, every sigh keeps our hearts entwined tonight. The evening hums a tender tune, I still see you beneath the moon. Every word a gentle glow, a love that time could never slow. Softly remembered, I call your name, a quiet flame that stays the same. Though seasons change and years divide, your love remains here by my side. The scent of roses, the summer rain, all remind me of joy and pain. Every moment delicate and true, keeps me quietly thinking of you. the same. Though seasons change and years divide, your love remains here by my side. Even in silence, your voice is near, a whispered comfort I hold dear. In every shadow, in every light, your love surrounds me through the night. Softly remembered, I call your name, a quiet flame that stays the same. Though seasons change and years divide, your love remains here by my side. Now I close my eyes and breathe you in, a timeless love beneath my skin. Every whisper, every sigh, softly remembered, you and I.
I still take the long way home at night, past the street where your light used to stay on. The door's been painted, the name's been changed, but my feet remember where you belonged. I don't say your name out loud anymore. It feels too full, like it might spill, so I just breathe and let it pass, like something I'm still learning to hold still. I kept the jacket you liked on me, sleeves worn thin at the edge of the years. Every pocket knows your hands, every silence knows your tears. I thought time would loosen its grip, thought love would soften and fade, but it only learned how to wait quietly, the same way you stayed. I never stopped loving you, I just learned how to be quiet about it. I never stopped needing you, I just learned how to live around it. Sometimes I swear I hear you laugh in the space between one song and the next.
like you're not gone, just listening, like you never really left. I don't reach for what I can't keep. I don't ask for what's not mine, but some nights still feel like you, standing just outside of time. I never stop loving you, even when the days moved on. I never stop holding you in the places where the years feel long. So if love ever wonders where I went, tell it I stay just softer than before, still right here, still yours.
You were standing by the window frame, streetlight writing out your name. You looked like you were listening to something only you could hear. The piano played a lonely line. Violin cried right on time. The guitar spoke so soft and low, like it was afraid to show. That was the night we almost spoke, but love said more without a sound. Two young hearts, a careful hope, just standing on common ground. The drums move slow, a gentle beat, keeping time for hesitant feet. You stepped close, then stepped away, like love didn't know what to say. The years went on, as years will do, change the world, but not the truth. Every quiet song I hear brings that moment near. That was the night we almost spoke, when love was new and shy. Nothing said, nothing broke, just a love you couldn't deny. Feeling still, let it be that pause against our will. No goodbye, no before time learned our names. Though the music faded, love still knows it never left the same. When the last soft note goes by, I still see you in that light. We didn't know better, and that was fine. The day felt new for no reason, like it was waiting for us. You said my name just once, and it sounded different. I kicked a stone down the sidewalk to hide my grin. She laughed at nothing, and everything felt easy. We didn't know better than smiling that way. Love didn't ask for tomorrow, it like today. We shared a song on the radio, and both pretended it was ours. You walked a little slower so I could keep up. She brushed my hand on purpose, then looked away quick. I remember thinking, don't rush, this feels right. We didn't know better, and didn't we too? Happiness side with us, quiet and true. Some love learns words and rules. Ours learned laughter. I didn't try to last forever, it just showed up. We didn't know better, what was love? I liked you before knowing what liking could do. If my heart ever felt light, it was when we didn't know better. You were leaning by the mailbox gate, shoes in dust, the hour late. You smiled like the night felt kind, like there was nowhere else to find. We talked about the day we knew, little things we'd never do. Every pause felt warm and true, like silence wanted us to. We stood there smiling under a borrowed moon. Didn't know about timing or what the years would do. A passing car, a radio tune, something soft, something new. You laughed and looked away, like you knew I'd wanna stay. Time went on like time always can, changing roads and changing plans. But every calm and gentle place still remembers your face. We stood there smiling, with nothing left to prove. Love was quietly deciding what it wanted us to do. If I could live one moment still, it'd be that night upon the hill. No promise made, no need to try, just hearts not asking why. We stood there smiling before the world rushed in. For the years kept climbing, that love stayed where it's been. When the night feels soft and new, I still smile, thinking of you. You were standing near the picture show. Lights were dim, the crowd moved slow. You smiled like you had nowhere to be, and somehow that smile was meant for me. We talked like time was ours to spend. Every second felt like a friend. Your voice was low, the night was kind. Then your hand was touching mine. When your hand found mine, felt right. No grand words, no sign, just just love arriving quiet. We walked past houses warm and small, heard a radio through the wall. Every song felt written new, like it already knew about you. Years have passed like passing trains. Some left joy, some left rain, but every road I wander through still carries part of you. When your hand found mine, I stopped counting time. No promise, no design, just hearts falling in line. And if I could live one moment twice, I'd choose that night, I'd choose that light. No need to change a single thing. It was more than everything. When your hand found mine, I learned what love could be. Even now, across all time, that feeling still finds